Hello everyone, welcome to Mystic Love Tarot. Thank you so much for being here. I hope all of you are doing really well. You are taking good care of yourself. You are safe, healthy and happy wherever you are. If you have recently joined the channel, welcome to the community. I hope you have a great time here. And if you are already a member of this channel, thank you for all the love, support, your patience, for liking, sharing and subscribing, for your lovely comments. It truly means a lot to me. You know, August is a busy month for me, and so I've not been able to make videos for you, but I think by September, things will be back to normal for me. So today we are going to talk about what your spouse loves about you versus what you love about your spouse. All right? Physical attributes, traits, we are going to tap into their energy to see what they love about you, how you see each other. Okay? So I'm really excited for this one, and please keep in mind this is a general and timeless reading, so if something doesn't apply to your story, it doesn't feel like your message, it could be a message for another individual. All right? And if you like what I do, if you connect with my energy, if you like this channel, then please don't forget to show your love. You can like, comment, give me your feedback, and subscribe if you are new. I'm sure you will not be disappointed. You can hype the video if you like, or share it with your friends, with your family. Now, there are a bunch of pick a card readings on the channel. They are timeless. So if you are interested in watching more pick a card readings, please click on the link to the playlist given in the description of this video, and you can directly watch more pick a card readings. You can check them out and see what calls out to you. If you are intuitively guided to watch a particular reading, there could be messages for you in there. They are timeless. So if you decide to watch it, it may apply to you. Okay? And I am available for personal readings. So if you would like to book a personal session with me, all the information is given down below. As you can see, we have 3 groups here. There will be an image in front of you. Close your eyes, clear your head for a moment. Think about your spouse, and then open your eyes and see which group calls out to you, which image calls out to you. And that is going to be a group. If you are drawn to more than one image, please go ahead and watch it. So I will give you a moment to pick your group. You can pause the video if you like, and I will see you at your group. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the reading. Hello, Group 1. If you chose the first image, welcome to your reading. So today we are going to see what your spouse loves about you versus what you love about your spouse. It could be physical attributes, it could be your traits, or whatever comes through. Without further ado, let's start with your reading. So we are going to first start with your spouse. Okay, I'm keeping your cards here. What your spouse loves about you. We have the Priestess, and it says, how are you being called to step up and lead? Now, the Priestess represents the divine feminine energy. So I think your spouse appreciates your grace, receptivity, and the grounding, nurturing energy you bring to the partnership. They love how you communicate without always needing words. And I feel they are drawn to the quiet and subtle ways in which you understand them, and how safe you make them feel emotionally. Your spouse is absolutely fascinated by your layers. They feel you have a rich inner world. They always get to see a different side of you, and the way you carry yourself in a calm and dignified manner, that is highly attractive. I'm seeing your spouse relies on your gut feeling and your intuition. They love that you have a strong inner compass in terms of your morals, values, ethics, beliefs, and you are the one to guide them whenever they feel lost. Your spouse loves how comfortable you are in your own skin. They love your captivating and expressive eyes. You give off this aura of natural sensuality, and they feel you possess a subtle, effortless magnetism and charm. that doesn't need to be loud to be noticed. They love your raw, unfiltered look. When you wake up in the morning or when you don't have your makeup on. Now, this is wholeness, independence. Your spouse loves that you are self assured. You don't need them to feel complete, and that makes them cherish the time they spend with you even more. They see you as somebody who is ambitious, self motivated, and you actively work to improve your life. You have a wholesome nature, personality, or wholesome feel to you, and maybe that's why you know how to handle life's challenges with maturity and grace. The world also has this energy of soul contract and destiny, so it could be that they feel a sense of comfort and ultimate satisfaction with you as their life partner. Your spouse also loves that you inspire each other to reach your highest potential, and you are somebody who likes to tackle life's big chapters together and not always take things upon yourself. You are the whole package. What I mean by that is that your spouse loves everything about you, from your posture and confidence to the way you carry yourself in the world. They love how beautifully you complement their life. When they look at you or hold you, there's a sense of completeness. But, rather than obsessing over a single feature, your spouse adores how well put together you are. I also feel your spouse loves that you express love through action and support rather than grand romantic gestures. They highly value how consistently you show up for them. They also feel happy when they see that both of you are working towards a common goal and you have a similar vision in mind. Like this is a partnership where both of you are carrying the load because you have this we can do this attitude that inspires them every day. They also feel you bring a drama free energy to their life. You act as a rock they can always lean on. You could be somebody who is curious. You have a student like mindset. So you are always eager to learn and improve. And this approach could be about most things in your life, including your marriage. So they truly appreciate that you have a willingness to keep growing. Your daily acts of care is also something they genuinely love. It shows how dedicated you are. Because the Page of Pentacles is an earthy energy, your spouse is attracted to your healthy glow. They obsess over how soft your skin is, the way you embrace them. Your hugs are comforting. They love your physical stamina. You like to stay active, you have a youthful, studious energy. So basically, they love your natural look, not too flashy or overly styled aesthetics. Your spouse also loves that you don't always need constant chaos or excitement to be happy. You have the ability to just be, do nothing, or simply doing your own thing. And somehow your spouse finds comfort in your stillness. Maybe you are reading a book, and they are watching something on their phone, and you don't even speak to each other. So they admire that your joy comes from within, because you don't rely on them to fix your mood or to validate your thoughts, your every move. They feel a deep sense of security and trust in you. Your spouse also appreciates that you are discerning and you do not rush into things blindly. You focus on quality over quantity, and that makes them feel truly special. You know what? I feel they love your at home, relaxed appearance, like when you're wearing your cozy pajamas or your comfortable clothes. You are at ease when you are resting beside them, and that shows the intimacy you share. Your spouse also feels that you are a peaceful person, which means they can always turn to you. They cannot understand how you can let go of anxiety and bring fun into the relationship. You have a refreshing energy that keeps the romance alive. You could be an Aries, a Libra, a Taurus. You could be a fixed sign mixed with a bit of Earth or water energy. Fixed signs are Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, and Aquarius. Doesn't have to be, but it could be. Your spouse loves that you see life as a grand experiment. You could be the one to suggest new trips. You like to change the routine and even push them to get out of their comfort zone. They love how you are not too rigid. They adore your expressive movements, your playful gestures, and how your face lights up when you laugh or when you are genuinely surprised. They imagine you or sort of associate you with bright sunlight, morning dew, like a ball of energy. You have this sunshiny, youthful appearance. You have a free spirited vibe. So they appreciate you don't feel the need to hide your authenticity. Something about your feet is coming up. Perhaps they love your feet. You also bring playfulness into your intimate life together, and they cherish and love the way you show your affections. Okay? Now let's see what you love about your spouse. Let's tap into your energy. We have the Ten of Cups and the Ten of Pentacles. Wow, so these are amazing cards. It says the Age of Light. You have been training for this for lifetimes. So the message is, you have been training for this lifetime. And this is telling me that you feel this is a love that feels ancient, deep, and meant to be. For you, I'm getting a sense of gratitude that you feel. There's a comfort in knowing that your connection is far from random, that you have been brought together to do great things. You chose each other to learn, grow, and shine your light on the world together. Wow. I want to say you are psychic, intuitive, or highly spiritual, so for them to see you as a priestess makes sense now. You love that your spouse acts as a spiritual and magnetic compass for you, and perhaps they are going to help you step forward to find your true purpose. You may feel your spouse's physical features are timeless, and we have the Ten of Cups and the Ten of Pentacles. So I think you are going to be crazily in love with this man or woman. You see your spouse as a masterpiece, a piece of art. You would love the way they are aging gracefully. You love their eyes too, because you find a sense of familiarity in them. I think you are going to appreciate their specific features, their distinct laugh, unique smile, or maybe a physical trait that makes them truly and undeniably them. There's loyalty and devotion. They make you feel completely at home and emotionally secure in this relationship. You feel you two are aligned on things like building a comfortable home, raising a family, or simply cultivating a beautiful life together. The deep intimacy and soulmate connection you share allows love to grow and flow freely between the two of you. You love their knack for bringing a happily ever after energy into your daily life and being a supportive, loving partner, which truly fulfills your heart. I feel you love how safe and secure you feel when they hold you. Their physical presence to you feels like a sanctuary. You particularly love the way their eyes light up when they look at you or smile warmly after a long day. You deeply appreciate their warm touch, when they hold your hand, stroke your hair, or playfully pull you close. Their body language gives you the feeling that we are in this together, and that gives you such a beautiful sense of absolute trust and belongingness. I feel you will have a blissful married life. You love your spouse's strong sense of tradition, loyalty, the way they deeply care for the house, your extended families, and the traditions you share. And you will see that your spouse is mostly focused on the long game. They're always thinking about your family's future, prosperity, and stability. They are a rock who provides emotional and material security, creating an environment where you feel completely safe and settled. You love how your spouse's physical presence feels like home. That is your ultimate safety and comfort. Yeah, the way they rest their head on your shoulder, or gentle scent that belongs entirely to them. You love that about them. Maybe you love their strong hands, or their posture, or the way they walk with you makes you feel safe and supported. You love their body. Okay, this person could be a bit older than you for some of you. Physically, you appreciate the beautiful things that you notice about them, which says they have lived a wonderful life. The laugh lines around their eyes, or streaks of gray in their hair, or how their features have softened over time. Things like that. And this card is also connected to family roots and ancestry. So you likely find yourself drawn to physical traits in your spouse that remind you of your own family. Maybe you have similar physical features, or you will see their physical traits being passed down to your children. Okay, and you would love that. It could be that you love their familiar facial expressions, or some of their habits reminds you of your own family. Okay? Your spouse loves making people feel welcomed and comfortable. You probably love their home-cooked meals, their acts of physical affection, and how effortlessly they care for the family, whether this is a man or woman. They are somebody who likes to keep things steady and stress-free. It could be managing the household chores, finances, or giving sensible advice. Your spouse appreciates the finer things in life, and you would love the way they create a relaxing, luxurious space for both of you to unwind in. Yes, I feel you are also drawn to their nurturing touch. When they hug you, it feels like a safe, secure home. Your spouse could also be deeply connected to nature. You love the way they take care of their body and how enthusiastically they enjoy the physical pleasures of life, like good food, comfortable clothes, and intimacy. You love how they express their physical care for you. For example, cooking your favorite meals, making sure that the home is cozy, or being attentive and devoted to your needs. Yeah, they could be an earth and fire sign individual. I feel you also love that they're always up for a wild adventure or sudden fun idea and keeping the romance exciting. They are open-minded, straightforward, and not afraid of being their true self. Their bold approach to life inspires you and makes them fiercely protective and charming. I feel they bring an enthusiastic and fiery energy to your life, meaning things are rarely boring, and they know exactly how to sweep you off your feet. I can see you are captivated by their stamina and love for physical activity, whether it's how active they are in sports, workouts, or the way they charge through the day. That self assured, bold presence is a major turn on for you. There is raw electrochemistry between you. You love their confident body language and how they boldly express their desire for you. Your spouse is the kind of lover who is thrilling, spontaneous, and truly sexy. You may even love the way they use their body, their expressive gestures, the way they walk, and how excited they get about spontaneous adventure because your spouse loves to keep your connection full of spark and excitement. And you know what? I feel you vibe on many levels. Okay? Both of you have a mix of earthy, fiery, and water energy in you. You share lots of similarities in the way you think about each other, your mutual love and respect for each other. And it shows in your reading. There is this sense of being in sync. You share a very organic chemistry, love, intimacy, and emotions for each other. Both of you deeply value and care about your spouse. And Group 1, I have never seen 10 of Pentacles and 10 of Cups in the same reading. So I think you are emotionally, materially, physically, mentally so content with your spouse. This is such an amazing reading. I'm a bit tongue-tied, just being in your energy. I will leave you with that thought, and I would love to hear your thoughts on this. Okay? So that was your reading. Thank you so much for being here. And if this resonates with you, please let me know. I would love to know if this is you. Don't forget to like, comment to let me know how this applies to you, and subscribe if you are new. I would love for you to be a part of this amazing and wonderful community. I will see you in the next reading. Till then, I'm sending lots of love and light to you. Take care. Bye. Hello, Crypto. If you chose the second image, welcome to your reading. So let's see what your spouse loves about you versus what you love about your spouse. It could be physical attributes or their traits. I'm still thinking about Group 1's reading. It was the most perfect reading that I've done in a while. So let's tap into your spouse's energy. Let's start with your spouse, what your spouse loves about you. And then we are going to get into your energy. Wow. So these are such amazing cards, and they are all cups energy. Lots of emotions and feelings. It says Akasha. Your guidance is divinely guided. So Akasha is the Akashic record, or the universal library of the soul. Now, Akash in Hindi means the sky, which is believed to hold and store the memories of humanity, right? Because the sky is the witness to it all. So in Hindu tradition, when we get married, the sky, air, water, fire, and the earth, these 5 elements bears witness to the sacred union. Okay, and of course they are worshipped in the Hindu tradition. I have this feeling that your spouse believes that their bond with you feels predestined, or that you have been together in different lifetimes. There's this sense of shared history and truth. So it could be that you two belong to the same religion, culture, background. You know each other, or this person feels you provide a safe, peaceful, loving home for them, especially in this chaotic world. You are their home. They appreciate how open-hearted you are and the way you see their highest potential, even when they struggle to see it themselves. You are emotionally intelligent. You don't hold on to things. You are somebody who tries to understand where the other person comes from before being all judgy or harsh with them. So your receptivity to other people's emotions makes them feel that you are naturally tuned into people's spiritual needs. Like you guide people with your words. Your spouse is deeply connected to your natural posture, warmth, and the calming physical energy you exude. They also love your expressive nature, your smile, or the shimmer in your eyes, and the way you carry yourself. They may feel you are the yin to their yang, or vice versa. They adore the way your physical appearance complements theirs. Yes, they love how you fit together physically. I feel you two are good-looking people, and that's why the similarities or familiarities brings a lot of comfort to them. Your touch or the physical bond you share, the way you show affection, they love that. With the lovers, I feel they see you as their soulmate. They're drawn to who you are, not just to your body, but to your soul, to your spirit. They love that you are unapologetically yourself, and they love your honesty. You bring balance and harmony to their life by consciously choosing to love them every day. They feel you are their partner in all things, so they appreciate the way you complement their strengths and their weaknesses. They love that you share similar life goals, values, beliefs, which makes them believe that this is a destined soulmate level connection. Because lovers also talks about open communication, they love that they can be completely vulnerable and emotionally intimate with you. I'm seeing the physical and emotional passion you share is a major turn on for your spouse. They love the way you walk. It often feels like you own the ground you walk on. And it's your normal glow that they love. Perhaps you are somebody who is conscious of your health, fitness, skin, your body, your energy, so you actively prioritize these things. Your physical touch feels almost intimate and magical to them, whether it's holding their hands or holding them or you kiss. They love that you are comfortable with your body and physicality. And Six of Cups is pure affection. It's nostalgia. They adore that you are not calculative in relationships. You love without keeping scores or being competitive. Your ability to bring fun, laughter, lightness, and joy into your partnership is a major source of happiness for your spouse. And the fact that you are a safe space where they can let their guard down, relax, and be their truest self is like a safe haven for them. They genuinely cherish the deep bond and history you share, whether you are childhood sweethearts or just somebody they share a deep, familiar connection to. Your spouse loves your natural look, maybe your freckles, they love your hair. There's something about your love for children or maybe animals that they absolutely adore. They love your youthful spark, your innocence, or the emotional vulnerability they see when they look into your eyes. You are somebody who shows your emotions freely, okay? You would easily get angry, disappointed, or you can easily cry. You always let them know what is going on, what you are feeling, why are you hurting, or what makes you happy. They can genuinely feel the sweetness of your inner child because they can see a comforting physical presence. So your spouse loves your touch, the way you hold hands or caress their hair, your warm and long hugs. Your physical affection makes them feel secure. And they feel that just like a child, you are not somebody who can pretend. Perhaps you do not have a filter where you are trying to be manipulative or diplomatic. They are attracted to your laughter, your mannerisms, the energy you exude. Some of you could be an anxious person, so you are always moving, you are active, energetic, and you look younger than your age, or you are younger than your husband or wife. We also have the Ten of Cups. They love that you create a judgment-free, stable environment where they feel completely accepted and understood. They deeply appreciate how much effort you put into your marriage or building a life, a home, a family together. Your spouse cherishes your loyalty. They see you as their ultimate best friend and a partner through all of life's ups and downs. They find a lot of beauty in your physical features that shows your compassionate and nurturing nature. They feel happy looking at you, okay? And they are attracted to the warmth and harmony they feel when they are near you. Your spouse may even feel that you have a natural ability to sense when something is wrong before they even speak, and they love that. They love that you hold space for them without rushing to fix them or to fix their problems or passing judgment. They feel supported and unconditionally loved by you because of your devoted nature. You somehow bring warmth, beauty, and imagination into their life, keeping the romance and emotional connection strong. Your spouse loves the way your eyes soften and lights up when you look at them. Your facial expressions are a treat to watch. It shows how deeply you care. The Queen of Cups represents somebody who is deeply in tune with her feelings and bodily sensations. So your spouse loves how open, responsive, and present you are to physical intimacy and to touch. They absolutely love the way you love. You could be somebody who is really expressive, emotional, receptive, sensual, empathic, and that is very comforting for your spouse. They feel you are all heart. Your generosity is unmatched. Now let's see what you love about your spouse. It says in Rama, where are you being called to journey to? And this talks about unpredictable adventure. So I feel you love that being with them is a journey into the unknown. It's a marriage where, even without knowing where you are going, you trust that you are on the right path together. You really love how your spouse brings out the best in you and they act as a catalyst for your personal evolution. You could be somebody who is usually very sheltered. You do not like a lot of adventure. You're not the biggest fan of adventure. Let me just say that. Yeah, I told you, you could be an anxious person. So the fear of not knowing would usually stress you out. But with them, you may overcome your fear, the fear of unknown, which sometimes may limit you. Have you heard of this phrase? Home isn't just a place, but the person you are with. So that's what you feel for your spouse. They feel like a safety net to you while you navigate the world together. And it's a beautiful feeling of exploring life, conquering challenges, and being side by side with them to experience life, you know. You love their voice. The comfort you feel when they speak or laugh truly calms you down. I'm hearing the eye contact, yes. Think about the moments when you silently look at them and understand what they are saying. The way they always look at you, hype you up. So I feel your spouse is somebody who would always have their eyes on you, no matter where you are. They're always going to spot you instantly, especially in a crowd. And you'll love that, especially when you are in a club or maybe at a party and you see your spouse is looking at you, even across the room. They have their eyes on you. I feel you love that your spouse brings out the cheerful, optimistic side of you. They make life feel like a celebration, and you appreciate the good times you share together. The most important thing for you is that your spouse provides a safe space where your needs are met. You love that both of you are proud of the loving life you have built together, the passionate connection you share, the physical pleasure, high romantic satisfaction shows that you adore the physical chemistry and spark you share with your spouse. You love their soothing energy, the cozy, homey feeling your spouse gives. And Nine of Cups is intense sexual chemistry, so you have a deep appreciation for their touch, their sensuality, and the pleasure of being close to them. What you love physically could be their self-assured posture, their unbothered confidence, or the way they embrace their body with pride. You absolutely find them completely desirable. I feel you are perfectly content with exactly how they look, feel, or move. You love that they bring a youthful and inquisitive energy to your marriage. This is somebody you can have deep debates and share ideas with. They stimulate your mind and ensure you never get bored. Your spouse values transparency, so you love that they speak their mind directly rather than playing guessing games. Their sharp humor makes them incredibly fun to be around, and your spouse is full of curiosity, so they love to talk to you, share stories, gossip, or hate on somebody you are hating on, and just being extremely communicative. Okay? I think communication is one of their love language. This is somebody who would tell you what they're thinking, feeling, and even little details about their work, sharing memes, messages, flirty text, always being very open, always being open about their feelings. I feel their body language is quite appealing to you. It could be quick hand gestures, their expressive eyes, and they have beautiful eyes. I think their eyes absolutely stands out. It could be a different shade, big, bold, beautiful eyes. They may have a witty smile, and they look youthful. They look like they're super active, alert, and observant. You also love their flexibility, physically as well as how effortlessly they manage their career, finance, home life, social life. They know how to use their resources wisely and smoothly manage through the ups and downs of life as a team. This is not somebody who can keep a secret. You also feel that your spouse is a fun-loving, engaging, and easygoing partner who brings an exciting and dynamic equation to your relationship. There's a fluid, flowing rhythm to their physicality that keeps you captivated. I feel when times are tough, your spouse deals with conflict with a cool, composed, and practical mindset rather than reacting with anger or being impulsive. Your spouse is also somebody who would naturally compromise to keep the peace. They know how to listen, validate your feelings, and find that perfect sweet spot where both of you feel heard and valued. They also bring a calming stability to your life. They would often encourage you to slow down, heal, and to be patient. When you feel overwhelmed, your spouse has a way of blending your different backgrounds, energies, ideas, emotions, personalities, and quirks to sort of create a balance. You not only appreciate their body, you honor their mind, their spirit, and presence. You also love the effort they put in taking care of themselves, their health, and their body. Their passionate love is patient, respectful, and intentional. And I feel even you enjoy their slow and deliberate physical affection much more than quick, demanding, and selfish desires. They are a gentleman or patient lady, and they would love the physical changes you go through that comes naturally with life, like pregnancy or aging. So they will always compliment you, and you love that the physical attraction you share is deeply romantic, tender, and over time your bond becomes mature. It's not just about how they look, it's emotional maturity and a heart filled with gratitude and appreciation for your spouse. All right? I love this for you because this is such a balance of energies. I feel they love your divine feminine energy, the love, nurture, care, and sensitivity you show towards them, while I think you love their masculine traits, the way they make you feel physically and materially secure. And I'm talking about the energies and not the gender. Yeah, this is a beautiful blend of energies just flowing in perfect harmony. Okay, so that is what I have for you. Thank you so much for being here. If this resonates with you, please don't forget to like, comment to let me know how this applies to you, and subscribe if you are new. I would love for you to be a part of this amazing and wonderful community. I will see you in the next reading. I'm sending lots of love and light to you. Take care. Bye. Hello, Group 3. If you chose the third image, welcome to your reading. So today let's find out what your spouse loves about you versus what you love about your spouse. It could be physical attributes or traits or whatever you need to know. So let's start with your reading. Let's connect with your spouse's energy. So first we are going to see what your spouse loves about you, and then we will tap into your energy. Wow, this is insanely beautiful. Such positive cards here. And we have 3 major arcanas on the table. So let's start with the ever unfolding rose. It says cracked open, it's happening for you, not to you. You know, the rose goes through different seasons to blossom, and there are layers. So I feel your spouse loves how brave you are. Yeah, that's what I heard. They love how brave you are. You allow life to crack you open rather than putting up walls or protecting yourself from all kinds of human experiences. They love that your heart is open, sweet, and gentle, even when you are going through a tough time. The way you show your authentic feelings makes them feel safe to be their true selves around you. Your capacity for growth and discovering yourself is often admired by your spouse. They feel you know how to adapt, evolve, and continuously allow your inner beauty to shine over time. You do not dim your light or shrink yourself to fit in. You have a unique way of blooming at your own pace, walking on your own path, and to them you are a beautiful and constantly evolving soul. They love the way they are getting to know every beautiful layer of who you are. They love the way you glow when you are genuinely happy, relaxed, or passionate. It's more about your natural beauty, your inner beauty, and less about being perfectly put together. They love the softness of your skin, the way your eyes have thin fold in them. Yeah, they notice everything. Your genuine smile, or how your body language changes when they enter the room. They seem to love your natural movement, the way you dance or walk. You could be a dancer, or you have a flexible body, the way you use your hands, or how your body instantly becomes relaxed when you are together. Your spouse sees your physical appearance changing and maturing over time, and they find beauty in every single phase of life together. So there's deep admiration for your looks and for your body in every phase of your life. They love that they can depend on you completely. They can trust you. They find a lot of peace in knowing how dedicated you are. You are somebody they can turn to for moral support, understanding, and maybe guidance, words of wisdom. And whether it's building a traditional family life, honoring vows, or creating meaningful rituals, they love how you honor the marriage. You are the kind of person who provides structure and consistency when life feels chaotic. To be honest, your spouse treasures your natural, timeless, classic looks rather than your trendy and dramatic look. They feel you have a healing touch, so they have a deep appreciation for your hands. Your touch gives them a lot of strength, comfort, and a sense of security. And you will see when they are sick, your touch would make a big difference to them. They adore how you carry yourself, so you could be a high value man or woman, dignified and posh, and they feel there's a natural sophistication in you, in the way you dress up or speak your mind, your command on the language, being courteous and graceful. Maybe you have a soft voice. It's like you have a subtle dominance or dominating presence. People want to be you, or they look up to you. You have a dignified aura. You could be a Leo or Taurus, and they see you as a source of warmth. They love how you can brighten up even their toughest days. There's also the energy of truth and clarity, so perhaps they adore and appreciate that you show up as your true, unfiltered self. They feel a sense of freedom, fun, and excitement when they are with you. And I feel your bond is natural and mutual. It nourishes their mind, their body, and spirit. I feel they love the way you support their goals and dreams and the way you celebrate their success, their achievements. There's something about your face or your smile which has the ability to energize them physically. Okay? Some of you could be on the chubbier side, you are on the healthier side, and you are super confident, agile, fit, and they feel it makes you stand out. They are deeply drawn to your physical playfulness, the way you play with your hair, your free spirited nature, your touch. I'm hearing they love your lips. They love how you are so in tune with your body. You could be an innately happy person. You do not like to sulk or be sad for a long time, so your positivity acts as a magnet for people around you, which makes them feel warm, welcoming, safe, and optimistic. Somebody here could be a doctor or you work in the healthcare industry, and you know what? I feel whatever you do, your job makes you want to be more optimistic and to cherish the good times you spent with your loved ones. So it could be that you have a demanding job, or you have to travel, you have to be apart, and that's why you like to be a lot more optimistic. They love that you have nothing to hide and everything to share. Okay? Now, this is mutual attraction, partnership, soulmate level bond. You are their best friend. They value you, love you, trust you, respect you. You bring harmony and emotional balance to their life. They love that they share a beautiful reciprocal energy with you. You both listen, support, and appreciate each other without one person overshadowing the other. They love the empathy you have for them and for everybody in general. They can be vulnerable with you without the fear of judgment. Your spouse loves the way you look because they associate it directly with your bond. They love how you look at them, the way you deeply stare into their eyes. They also love your intense, fiery passion and the romantic intimacy you share. I feel your spouse is attracted to every aspect of your physicality because they accept you for who you are. You could be a Sagittarius who knows patience, and you provide your spouse with a lot of emotional stability. Temperance is about moderation, right? Blending energies. So your spouse loves that you have a measured approach to disagreement, or when life gets chaotic, you know how to alchemize that energy to adapt to the situation or to adapt to each other. You somehow bring out the best in them, and it's surprising to them because they could be a bit anxious, or maybe they often underestimate themselves. Okay, so they love the way you hold them. Your touch always brings them peace, and your touch would melt away the stress after a long day. They are drawn to your physical poise. I feel your general demeanor has a calming rhythm that they find deeply attractive. They love the physical sense of safety, stability, and comfort they feel when they are close to you. And they appreciate a balanced, loving intimacy which is deeply satisfying to them. Now let's see what you love about your spouse. All right, we have the inner temple. It says devotion, tune into the portal of your heart. So the inner temple is a place of rest, healing, and clarity. It feels like you love that your spouse is part of your inner world. You love that your spouse shows loyalty through actions, caring for you every day, acts of service, and a strong support mixed with a lot of appreciation. You also cherish the simple, quiet moments you spend with your spouse that feels deeply meaningful and special. And they help you connect with your own truth. And this truth brings a lot of clarity to you. So I feel your spouse is somebody who would deeply heal you of all the wounds that you did not know existed. All right? And that is huge for somebody to have that sort of effect on you, influence on you. I love that. Your spouse may view life as a celebration, and their energy absolutely rubs off on you. And you love that. Let me just say loud and clear. You love their body. I don't know how I can be subtle with this. You are insanely in love with their body. Okay? You are somebody who would intentionally observe their physical details, like their eyes, their smile, their laugh, the lines on their face. You can draw a portrait of them perfectly because you cherish them so much, you love them so much. You love how emotionally available they are. They have mastered their emotions. So you love that you can talk to them about anything and they will respond with empathy rather than defensiveness. Their love is not just about passion, it's deep, lasting, and you see their love through everyday acts of kindness and being attentive. You also appreciate how they handle disagreements gracefully. They are not fighting to win. They try to be understanding of your thoughts, your emotions, and perspective. You feel your spouse is somebody who provides a solid, loving foundation for the family and your future together. They have a calm demeanor, and their calm authority means you always feel safe. and deeply valued when you are with them. They are not going to be direct about how possessive, territorial, or protective they are, but you are going to feel this, and I feel you like that. You feel their deep yet kind eyes that really speaks to you in ways they can't. You feel understood without needing to say a word. Your spouse could be somebody who shows kindness and grace even when they're angry or hurt. And this is what you love and admire the most in them. You could be somebody who is just the opposite. If you are angry, you are angry. If you are hurt, you may say the wrong things, but your spouse would not do that. I feel the way they hold you feels like they are communicating deep, unspoken love. Because your spouse could be a man or woman of few words, especially when it comes to showing love. They're more about actions. You love the tone of their voice. So whenever you hear their voice, it feels like everything is right in the world again. And see, we also have the Two of Cups for them. So truly, in this partnership, give and take is easy. Your emotional needs are met. There's true reciprocity and equal partnership where neither of you feels drained. You feel energized by the other person's affection. You may even feel an intuitive connection to them, a feeling that your spouse gets you on a mental, emotional, and spiritual level. I'm seeing a yin-yang dynamic where two individuals perfectly fit together. You have a deep appreciation for their facial expressions. Often their smile would make you feel incredibly seen and desired. You love the physical harmony you share, how your bodies fit together when you hug, or how synchronized you are as a couple. You love how they are your rock. They like to show their love through things like helping around the house, cooking a meal, contributing to finances, giving gifts, and planning for the future. You love the deep and lasting bond you are building together, and you appreciate that they are committed to growth, creating opportunities, being ambitious, and working towards prosperity. Your spouse may love to show their affection through massages, caresses, and a gentle approach to intimacy. You love their earthy, comfortable, reliable presence. You may even love their natural stamina. Yeah, they are certainly active and conscious about their body, their fitness. Um, you also appreciate having a partner who stimulates your mind, pushes you to be your best self, and engages in compelling conversations. You love how direct they are. You know they will never deceive you, that you can always trust their word. Instead of getting swept up in emotional drama, your spouse approaches problems logically. You love their ability to stay calm, see every angle, and strategize a fair solution, especially in times of crisis, or always thinking about the pros and cons in any situation whenever they are making decisions. They are fiercely loyal and dependable. This is somebody who would go to war for you. You know, the King of Swords sits upright on a throne. I feel you love how tall they are. You love how they stand. They are poised and dignified. You may also love that they are disciplined, structured, organized. They are neat. They could also have a sharp jawline, high cheekbones. Your spouse is really attractive. Their body language is never frantic. Um, Even when you are panicking, you love how grounded, calm, and collected they are in all situations. There's a good balance between emotions and practicality with this person. We have the King of Cups and the King of Swords, the heart and the mind. Okay? So there's a balance there. You love that they know when to be practical and decisive, and when they need to loosen up, to soften, to be gentle, loving, caring, and the switch happens instantly. So that is something that they've mastered in their life. All right. So that is what I have for you. Group 3. I hope this gives you clarity. You enjoyed this. So if you did, please don't forget to like, comment to let me know how this applies to your story, and subscribe if you are new. I would love for you to be a part of this amazing and wonderful community. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the next reading. I'm sending lots of love and light to you. Take care. Bye.